Hey, it's been a minute. It's Kwame here with what's hopefully going to be a fairly quick little tutorial on something that's always kind of niggled me with a lot of Squarespace sites, and it's this. You pop open the mobile menu, and this transitions a bit there. On a client side a while back over here for Kelsey Compassionate Counseling in St. Louis, we added this really simple little tweak. A few lines of CSS. It's a lot more on brand. It's a lot more aesthetically pleasing. It fades in and out the menu, and we've even got rid of the scroll bar that sort of natively appears, at least often. So it's really a pretty simple fix actually. So when we target this element here, this is our menu, and inside it, it has, as you can see, two folders. One's hidden off screen, which slides in on click. Both of them share a class. It is header-menu-nav-folder. So if we, first of all, opacity 0, it'll hide it. Great. However, we want it to be visible, obviously, when it's the active folder. We want it faded in. So if I just drag my inspector over, you can see here that active folder has this class, header-menu-nav-folder active. So I'm just going to grab that, paste it in here, and give it a opacity of 1. As you can see, there's basically no difference other than a bit of flicker there, which isn't what we want. So let's add some transitions in. So transition, opacity, 0.6 seconds, and we're going to ease it out. Okay, there's a little something there. If we put it on the active one as well, will it make a difference? No, because there's another element that needs to be added, and we'll get to that in a second. You'll notice, though, that that sliding has disappeared. That's kind of a problem. So let's put that back in. We're going to add a comma here. I'm going to start a new line, and we're going to do transform. I'm going to put the sliders really slow, and I'm going to ease it out too. Ooh, yeah, that's ugly, huh? But that's fine. At least it's visible because I can see what I'm doing. In hindsight, and if you look at what's happening here on the example site, that slide in, that effect is still kind of happening, but it's just happening at a different speed. It's happening, excuse me, it's happening after the, before the, after the fade out. My brain's not working today. So let's put a delay in. Let's put a 0.6 seconds, and let's speed it up a little bit. That was just for illustrative purposes, and we can do it fairly fast. Still not perfect, right? The main thing that's causing the problem here, and it took me a while to figure it out, is we need it to be selecting, we need the second animation, this one down here, to have another layer to it. We need a more specific selector to it. We basically need it to be applying to, so we're going to put in a not selector, open some brackets, header, menu, nav, folder, open. Don't stress over it. We just need to add that element in there. Because once we do this, we've got them both fading in, right? Fading in and out. I'm just going to copy this transition here. I'm going to paste it into the properties for the second one, but I want to do these slightly different. Because at the minute, we've got one that fades out, and then the other slides across like so. And then one fades out, and the other slides in like that, right? We don't want that slide in to be visible. So we need to reverse this one here. We need to put the 0.6 seconds delay for the opacity because we want it to happen after the fade. And we remove it from the transform. And I can go into detail about that, but it's not super important. Just switching the two of them like that, we have, you click, it fades out, the other one slides in and fades in. You click, it fades out, the other one slides in and fades in. And we can adjust the timings of these. You can fiddle with them all if you want. Essentially, you just need to stagger them like that. That will then allow them to looks smoother. You can fiddle about with the timings all if you want, but it's pretty much that simple. One thing that makes everything look a little bit cleaner is turning on overflow hidden on the nav folder element. It gets rid of that scroll bar, and everything's looking kind of clean. You can take this further. So what you could do is you could grab this element, and you could say, I want the second folder, so that's nth of type 2. And scrap all of this. We could say background red, just for the sake of it. So that's what that's going to do is it's going to select, there's the first, second one is off screen here. When it fades in, you've got a little background color change. Small little tweaks. Hopefully it helps you add a little bit more delight to your Squarespace sites, makes them a little bit more interesting, or just, complements your brand aesthetic. I will pop the code into the description. If you have any questions, leave a comment, ping me a message. If you like what I'm doing, feel free to buy me a coffee or something. But yeah, I hope this helps.